Hi. How's it going? It's been a long time. This long. It's coming in. I have been holding off on posting for quite some time because I felt that I didn't want to speak until I was really sure of what message I was supposed to be sharing. Because what I've realized is I'm going through this period of epiphany after epiphany after epiphany after epiphany. And sometimes some of those epiphanies aren't necessarily right, or they're just sort of in line with where we are as a collective and figuring out all of this, right? Because I'm right there with all of you. And I've said things before thinking that was my mission and this is what I'm supposed to do and that is what I'm supposed to do, and I'm not an expert. I'm just an expert on figuring out what I'm here trying to do. But it's come to my attention that I've been figuring that out my whole life, and I've been shown, but I wasn't quite ready to pay attention to it, or wasn't quite sure of the whole picture. You know what I mean? We're given pieces until it's time for the whole picture to come in. Well, I kind of feel like my whole picture is coming in, and a lot of the things that I spoke of, those are definitely very important things for the continuance of life here on earth, and super speak to my heart and my soul, the balance and love and joy and kindness and sharing messages like this and writing and the things I've seen in dreams or the experiences I've had while I thought I was just asleep. I've been shown. And the thing is we're all given these guideposts and blockages too, and alternate routes and all kinds of different ways to get there. But some of us we tap into it really early, and some of us it takes a lot longer. The sun came out real good. Let's just soak that up for a second. There's a lot of really important energy in the sun. So I haven't been wrong about the messages that I've shared up to this point. As a matter of fact, they're all very key. But I still have been trying to figure out my direction. Oops, be careful there. I have to use the reverse camera because both lenses of my forward-facing camera are kind of screwed right now. Screen protector on, but I managed to drop it on a rock onto the camera lens, so I've got what I've got. And it works, right? So, why am I on today? Today is a day of immense revelation, an aha moment, a feeling of excitement and hope for the first time in a really long time. That's what today is. But I'm also going to be super vulnerable because as I've come to these conclusions that I'm having today, it's actually quite emotional. And I found myself on this kind of roller coaster of tears. But they're good tears because I feel like I'm sort of purging away that which has kept me and you and us down. This is going to be a long video, I realize, and not exactly sure what I'm going to say. But I guess we should start with the fact that, like, I'm very aware that I was given clues as to who I was and what I'm supposed to be doing since I was very little. The writing, the love of nature, the love of music, the people that I chose to spend my time with, my aha moments, they all correlate. But then there's the negative side of things, right? Like, I've been hushed a lot, made fun of for singing, told not to sing. Yet I've always wanted to just sing. I have a song inside my heart. I have a lot of them. And I like to sing silly little songs and sing about my feelings and the things that I'm thinking about. And I really, truly love music. And lately I've been using a lot of toning and listening to drums and things that I can't exactly create myself, and finding my own voice, especially under the bridge over there. It's awesome. It's really got great acoustics, and I go under there and I tone, or I tone, and I'm sure anybody that's driving over the bridge that hears must sometimes wonder, like, what the heck is going on down there? I don't even really care, because hopefully they'll be touched by some sort of vibe that's going out, right? So, and I guess that's where I'm at, is I feel like I've been running from myself my whole life. And I think a lot of us have. And then what I've realized is that we're running from the source of all that is. In running from ourselves, we're disconnecting ourselves from the source of all that is, God, if you will. So I have let myself live in shame for the things that I feel drawn to, for the beliefs that I have, for the feelings that I've got inside of me, for these knowings. Writing just in a journal where nobody else can see, but I actually think really means something and matters. Shutting down these little songs, not even ever trying to figure out a way to get them out, when sometimes the songs that come out of me have some words that really seem to matter. Wanting to share a message and my truth, but just kind of constantly always feeling like that's grandiose thinking, or leave the music for the musicians, or, you know, to just like get real and fall in line and be something else, so that way you can earn your way to that which is you. But why can't that which is me be the thing that I do, that deems me worthy to be able to eat and have a roof over my head? Deems me worthy of love and acceptance and a position in life. Why can't us expressing our truest essence and the thing that drives us the most be the thing that makes sure that, you know, we're abundant and able to eat and enjoy community and friendship and love and families and be safe and protected? And so in all of this, I've discovered, look at this, I have quite a lot of gray hairs, it turns out. My hair's coming in thicker than it was in years. I'm never ever shaving my head again. I like having hair, but it's been a fun experience. So I've got some sun everywhere right now. So, God, I'm sort of rambling, aren't I? So I've come to understand God and just how connected to God we are, because we are also just part of what God is, right? So we're not talking in any sort of religious, dogmatic ideologies of it. However, there are lessons in all that has been written, really, from astrology to words in the Bible and the Quran, and in the writings of greats like Eckhart Tolle, and like all of them, right? There are words and there are truths that form common links to the fact that there is a power that seems to have consciousness that is also just all of it, and we're all connected as one steady system upon system upon system upon system. But we have connection to that because we are of it, right? So God, or the source of all that is, or source, or the universe, or whatever it is that we call it, if you need to worship something to be able to worship it, then that's great, you're getting steps there. But if you do have to worship an individual as your savior, that individual should be you. Jesus Christ did wonderful, amazing things. He was trying to show us the power we are all capable of tapping into. He was saying that we are able to do that if we live the way that he lives. He didn't want to be idolized the way that he is, because he's not saving us. He was teaching us how to save us, and the abilities that we are actually capable of. We're all part of that same whole. And so, yeah, we should give reverence to God, the source that of all that is, the universe, because it is a thing that has some sort of level of consciousness that can organize things into different pathways and different timelines and planets and species, and that's not just happening here on this planet. But I don't know why, but for some reason, planet Earth, with us as human beings on it, is really a really important part of the big whole grand cosmos. We want to be here in general. And I don't know if that's because we want to save the day, because it's a learning place, but like, we want to be here. So where we're at, if we really are creating our own consciousness, we're at a stage where, for some reason, we keep playing this out, allowing an external force to control a part of God's source of all that is. Nothing controls God. So really, nothing should be able to control us. Now, this is where that whole Satan and hell thing kind of does come into play, and I've been doing some research and really paying attention, and just sort of feeling out my feelings. And there's a really good chance that it's, actual dark forces involved. Okay, I'm going to say it. And if those dark forces have learned that they can use frequencies to control us, then they can get something from us. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's our fear or something that's actually on this planet. There are other people that are looking into this stuff. But if you look around, it is pretty obvious that we are under some kind of crazy sociopathic narrative. And I think at this point that it's not even certain people that are responsible for carrying it out. I think that in my gut, I feel like they're using frequency to control us through sound and light frequencies, through the things that we look at, just through the airwaves, through the ether, man. To the music that we listen to. So this is where it all comes full circle, and why I'm talking about how I've always been kind of called to music. Anytime that I feel bad, I play music, or I sing music, or honestly, like, I try to find things to uplift my vibration. But even then, oh, mosquito. Even then, I feel like, dastardly fella. Even then, I feel like we should still be really wary of the source of the music, because when you really think about it, if there are forces at play that are controlling us with frequency, then they can do it whether you think you're listening to something that's of a purer frequency or not, just through the device that you're using. This is where live music comes into play, or some sort of means to get a live sound broadcast out. What if? What if that's what it took? What if the way to have a happy, joyous society that's full of love and initiative and creativity and joy and bliss? Did I say love? Love's key. And like a removal of the fears, abundance, freedom, return to us recognizing just what we're capable of and being able to do that freely without dark forces involved. What if we have the capacity to be able to create a global anthem that's created in a frequency that counteracts whatever frequency it is and could lead to the mass freeing of humankind from the clutches that have us down? And realistically, at the end of the day, we're here in this human vessel as a soul to have experiences that only this human vessel can have. I think that sounds like it's worth fighting for, right? Yeah, man, like death isn't real. We could die and leave this physical body and then we're in the ethos, but we chose to come here, so we should be enjoying it, right? We're not meant to be in fear and separated and isolated and segregated and ill and poor and scared. We were here to laugh and sing and dance and have sex and have joy and have pleasure and have families and community and bliss. and to enjoy our five senses and our sixth, because I think that connection to spirit's really important. It is the source of all that is. It just is. We are part of it. And that means that everything is available to us from that, right? But we're blocked from it. We're actually blocked from experiencing our humanity as a human being is supposed to. I truly believe that. And I know I sound like a crazy person, and usually like I say that these are just theories, but like this is a deeper knowing that I'm feeling. The relationship that I was just in, I was around music all the time, and it's the thing that I miss the most. Singing together, making music together, harmonizing. There's super, super power in that. And so what if there was an anthem for the year 2021? An anthem for liberation. Liberation of human beings, to be able to finally have a chance to know the things that we need are going to be taken care of. We're safe, we're healthy, we're protected. And what if the answer to that is music in different tones, or just sounds and lights in different frequencies than the ones that are keeping us down? What if? I mean, I could be totally wrong, but what if? What if that's all it took? And I don't know if it's a 432 frequency or whatever it is that they talk about, but like, what if we decided to set this thing at a frequency that just felt liberating, right? And then this anthem is composed across the globe for us to experience freedom, to be able to know all truths, including the truth of who we are and what we are capable of. And that we as human beings are here to live free, in touch with nature, in touch with each other, in touch with the source of all that is. But to experience it, to taste good food, to hear great music, to touch or feel the soft embrace of someone who loves you, to feel cool water as it rushes over you, to be able to eat and taste fresh strawberries or clean water, to be able to know safety and comfort and warmth. What am I missing as far as senses are concerned? Touch, taste, sound, smell. Oh, to smell fresh baked bread that's made with real food that actually can nourish our bodies. I think that's possible. I don't know how we collaborate as a world to make this anthem happen, but then what if that anthem got played and sung and participated in all at exactly the same hour all around the world, or for an entire day all around the world? What if that could make a miracle happen? What if it really is within us, but us as a collective? What if it meant that you could create again, and you could move about freely, and you could hug whoever you wanted to hug? You could make music with whoever you wanted to make music with? What if it ended the dark things that have come to control us, and it brought about the light things that we're here to truly experience? I think that would be worth a shot. I really, really do. So then it leads me to think that probably everything could be taken care of with frequency. I used to do cold laser technology, and we would use a laser at certain frequencies to go into certain areas to help eliminate things like inflammation and increase range of motion and make it so that way the histamine response changes, or perhaps in cases of neuropathy, it can help stimulate the nervous system and the synaptic responses to be able to be firing again, to connect, right? So that way neuropathies, which is like an inability to feel, and other problems associated with lack of connection through a nerve, or through a nerve bundle, or through a bunch of nerves. So then, like, if you had a neuropathy to your toe, you can't feel it, right? You don't know if it's hot, you don't know if it's cold, you don't know if you've got a festering wound if you can't see it. So we would use this cold laser therapy to go in there and to send a new frequency to help to heal that spot. And guess what? It worked in a lot of cases, but mostly it worked in cases of neuropathy. So I'm not just crazy when I say that I have this inner knowing. This has been pieced together within me over 35 years, like this has been coming together for me for quite some time, and I think it's been so that way I can share it now. And I don't know what this will result in. I don't know where to go from here, but this is step number one. I want to be part of it, and I need a team and I need a crew, and we've got to make this real. Music heals, but not music controlled by the corrupt dark ones. Real healing music and frequencies. So what I learned then is that by sending light frequencies in, we could increase function. So what if we could use light and sound, or just sound, to help increase the function of everything? What if the cure for this virus is a sound frequency or a light frequency? And what if the cure to the thing that they're trying to make everybody get is a sound frequency or a light frequency? What if those are the cures to everything that could afflict us, including mental and spiritual health problems? If we're being controlled and manipulated by frequencies, then we can use frequencies to eliminate all of that and have our freedom and our true sovereignty back, to be individuals experiencing life in the human body as souls connected to a way bigger collective. I don't know, but that sounds like pretty optimistic to me. I have good vibes moving forward, really good vibes. But what we need to do is we need to bring back the music. Let's dance!